start for the Chicago White Sox, Noah Cameron. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged.
Leading off the afternoon for Milwaukee, the center fielder, number 16.
Perkins up now for the Brewers.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Lifted in the air, right field. 1 down. And now it's William
Batting
Contreras.
second, the catcher, William Contreras.
Slings to first. Nice, efficient start to the afternoon.
Batting third,
That's 2
the
out.
third baseman, number
2 outs,
13,
bases empty.
Junior
Stepping in, the long ball
Caminero.
threat, Junior Caminero. He has, as they like to say,
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
that's right. And
Ball.
there's the ball. Ripped towards third. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back here on the south side. And taking the ball for Milwaukee, Framber Valdez. What do you look for here?
Boog, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound. There are times he's really good, but that's not always the case. For me, I want to see how aggressive he's going to be out there. We'll see it right away if he's pitching with confidence, and if he is, he should be just fine.
Leading off the ball game this afternoon, the center fielder, number 21, Johnny Gianluca.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting second, the third baseman, Colton
Number 2 hitter.
Montgomery.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Cracks his bat, pops him up. Pena under this one. 1 away. 1 out. Man.
Batting third, the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Kicked in the pitch. Runner goes. Here's the ball.
Ball.
He held up. 2-1. That one missed.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 5, Munetaka Murakami.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Well, all eyes on the double. No better way to get out of this inning.
2 on, 1 out.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. You leave something out over the plate.
Double steal. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Base hit. In comes the run for second. Now the throw can't stand it. Runner holds it third.
So impressive. You wouldn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it. Just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Paz in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. And it's 1-1. Foul ball there. Swing and he popped it up. Keith should have this one. And there are 2 outs.
Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 8, Jonathan Aranda.
In the air, right field. Freeland settles under this one. And that will end the inning. Top of the second.
Leading off for the Brewers, the first baseman, number 22, Ben Wright.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Ball 1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses, and that's the first out.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Jeremy
up now for the Brewers.
Pena.
Right through there for a strike. Ripped to third and caught.
Never fun going back to the deck.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Connor
You will get some high
Wong.
flying. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Connor
Hook
Wong
one.
stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around.
Ball.
Next
Ball.
pitch misses. 3 balls and a strike.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline.
High,
Now he's
two.
in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses. Struck him out. here on the south
Leading
side.
up for the White Sox, the second baseman, Jake
To the plate for the White Sox.
Meindrup.
Hee haw!
Swing and a ground ball. Pena. That's one out the bottom of the second. Lane Thomas.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 15, Lane Thomas.
Ball one.
In the dirt. And that's ball two.
Ball three.
Outside with a breaking ball. And that wasn't even close. Ball four.
Batting
He
ninth,
did not
the catcher,
take
number
the bat off his
13,
shoulder the
Luis
entire at-bat.
Torres.
Luis Torres. Here's the pitch. Runner on the goal.
That's a strike.
There. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And it's second. And that is out of play. That one 95 to finish him off.
Up next for the White Sox,
Back to the
the
top of
center
White
fielder,
Sox lineup.
Johnny
Stepping in.
Gianluca.
Johnny DeLuca. Single and a run scored and a walk. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. High fly ball, right field. And that is that. Back at right
Leading
field,
off for the
top
Brewers,
half of
the
third
right
inning,
fielder,
Sal
Sal
Up now for the
Freeland.
Brewers. And a foul ball.
Ball.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Tap back up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run.
Got him.
And very nicely done. Yeah.
Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 8, Matt Vierling.
On the ground at first. Here's the tag, and he's out. Now it's the second
Batting
baseman,
ninth, the
Colt
second
Key.
baseman, Colt Key.
Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here on the south
Leading
side.
up for the White Sox, the third baseman, Colson
Montgomery. Steps to the plate for the
Montgomery.
White Sox. On the ground to the left, Caminero. Over to first.
You're out.
Nice play off the bounce for the out. Here's Bobby
The
Witt
batter,
Jr.
number 7, shortstop, Bobby
This is a
Witt
player with some
Jr.
serious speed. 2023, he became the first player in 20 years to record 2 infield hits and an inside-the-park home run in the same game.
Oh, 1 down.
Hee hard.
For Chicago, Munetaka Murakami singled and drove in a run his first time through.
Ball.
Two-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Hey.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Ball.
Played inside. And now it's 3-2. Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Draws the walk there.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner
Up
over at
next
first base
for the
is
White
gonna have a
Sox,
very aggressive
the left
secondary
fielder,
lead.
number
So all down
44,
the line,
Andy
put into the gap,
Pages.
is a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
That one hit to right. Freeland moving under this one. That is the inning. On to the fourth.
Leading off for the
Here's
Brewers,
leadoff
the
man
center
for
fielder,
the Brewers,
Blake
Perkins.
Perkins.
Fought off foul. Right
Yep.
through there for a strike. Got it. Good swing and a miss. Gets to it on the first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much
Up next for
determination.
Milwaukee,
Sometimes you just got to
the
let
catcher,
the game come
William
to you.
And now
Contreras.
the catcher comes up to him. William Contreras. Tied him up inside with that one.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
No. Ball 2.
The 2-2 on the way. This one in the air, center field. DeLuca moving under it. And there are 2 down. Junior Caminero
Up next for Milwaukee,
now for the Brewers.
the third
He's
baseman,
0 for
number
1.
13, Junior Caminero.
Pitch
Ball.
misses inside. Ball 1. Almost got him.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Swings over the top of that one. The Brewers still looking for their first hit in this one. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that is that. here on the south
Leading
side.
off for the White Sox, the first baseman, number 8, Jonathan Aranda.
To the right side, Keith gets it to first. One pitch and one out. So up
The
next
batter,
for
number
Chicago,
10,
Chase Meisner.
second baseman,
Rounding
Chase
out his first time up.
Meisner.
No.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. In the air to left center. Bierlin coming on. That's out number 2. Here's Lane Thomas.
Up next for the
Worked
White
a
Sox,
walk in his first
the right
trip
fielder,
to the
number
plate.
15, Lane Thomas.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 4th. The
Ball
changeup
2.
missing, and the count is 2-0. In the air, right field. Freeland has a beat on it, and that's the 3rd out. Back at right
Leading
field,
off for
ready
Milwaukee,
now for
the first
fifth inning,
baseman,
Ben
number
Rice.
22,
Up now
Ben
for the Brewers.
Wright.
Well, these
Ball.
Brewers, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base
Ball
runner.
2.
He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats
Hey.
are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
No, that's a ball.
Outside edge. Full count now. Ripped to short. Fires over to first. One away here in the 5th.
The batter,
So
number
up
3,
next, Jeremy
shortstop,
Pena.
Jeremy
He's 0 for 1.
Pena.
Ball 1.
The 1-1. Big swing and a miss. The White Sox up by a run at the top of the 5th. Battling here as he fouls it away. That
No,
one
that's a
just
ball.
missing inside. Down 3-2. And ball
Take your
4
base,
there.
ball
Tying
4.
run is on base.
Up next for
Well,
Milwaukee,
a breaking ball in that
the designated
3-2
hitter,
count, that
Connor
tells you that that's the pitch he has
Wong.
the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Wong swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you've got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move. On the inside corner for a strike. So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow find back into this at bat through the count.
Up next from Milwaukee, the right fielder, number 10, Sal Freeland.
Grounded out his first time.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Runner on the goal.
Ball two.
Safe at second, and that was not close. And on second, 2 down. Up the middle. He gets there with the slide. The first.
He's safe. Safe.
Well, that was one of those high percentage
Up next from
advantage
Milwaukee,
guys where batting average
the
is
left fielder,
just so
number
much
8,
higher.
Matt
A chance to maybe get creative on
Beerman.
offense with good speed on first.
Next to him, Matt Beerman. And he swings and misses, and it's nothing wrong.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average.
Ball outside.
It's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
1-1.
Ball.
2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Runner on the goal.
Ball.
Pitch
No.
outside.
Hey.
Save. Next offering is foul back.
The hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Got it. Swinging to the strikeout. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. We head to the bottom.
Leading
of
up
the
for the
fifth.
White
Red
Sox,
Sox
the catcher,
Luis
Luis
Torres.
Torres.
And that one is lifted in the air. Perkins settles underneath it, and there's one away. Now here
Up
is
next
Johnny
for the
Phillips.
White Sox,
1 for
the
2.
center fielder, Johnny Gianluca.
This one in the air, center field. Perkins gets under it. 2 down. Colson
Up
Montgomery
next for the White
steps
Sox,
up late for the White
the
Sox.
third baseman, Colson Montgomery.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Two down, nobody on.
No.
Batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles, but you want to get the heart of the order up to the plate.
High.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 1-2.
Ball.
Got him swinging. Back here on the south
Leading
side.
off for Milwaukee,
Top six,
the second baseman, Colt
Up now for the Brewers.
Key.
Late swing, foul to the left. Here's your 1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity
Foul ball.
and stay there.
The 0-2.
Ball.
There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. On the track. And it's a catch.
Up next for
Next for
Milwaukee,
Milwaukee, Blake
the center
Perkins.
fielder, number 16, Perkins. Now pitching for the White Sox, number 32, Tobias Meyer.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Way out front for strike two. Meyer in his second season, 27 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2016. Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, he found himself behind in the
Up
count
next
right
for
there,
Milwaukee,
but he didn't give in.
the catcher,
To me,
William
it's just a really controlled,
Contreras.
balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
Ha!
Contreras in the box again, takes the strike. Chopped on the ground. Montgomery fires to second for one. Double play. What a swing killing down the air. Here on the south
Leading off
side,
for the White
bottom
Sox,
six,
the shortstop, Bobby
steps to the plate for the
Witt
White Sox.
Jr.
Swing and a miss as that one was high.
You know, these White Sox definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch to the bat. They're giving away too many at-bats to easy outs.
Up next for the White Sox, the designated hitter, number 5, Murakami. Murakami.
Took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Runner takes off. Pitch
No,
inside.
inside.
And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. No movement. Now a ball and 2 strikes. And it's second. Fouls it off. Still 1 and 2. Comes up empty as he keeps it down to the dirt. Runner steals third, though they get the out on the drop. Strike 3.
Up next for the White Sox, the left fielder, number 44, Andy Pahet.
Deep breaths in the box.
Now pitching for the Brewers, number 70, Jose Buzo.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Ball,
This is a
no.
situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, it's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. He's got it. Runner tagging for third. Witt scores. It's 2-1.
Up next for the White Sox, the first baseman, number 8, Jonathan Aranda.
ground right side. What a stop, and they get the out. Back at right
Leading
field.
off for the Brewers, the third baseman, number 13, Junior. Guerrero. Now pitching for the White Sox, number 49, Jordan Ranger.
Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
That foul to plate.
That's a ball.
Swings and misses. Now 1-2.
There it is, sitting in the fastball right there. He just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment.
Swing and a miss. Struck him.
Up next in Milwaukee, the first baseman, number 22, Ben
A lot of times you're looking for
Wright.
him to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Ball.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Ball.
That
Ball.
one missing inside. And the
That's a
tying
ball.
run
Take
is
your
on
base.
Man, that's a tough one to
The
take
batter,
on the
number
full count,
3,
but I guess
shortstop,
he saw it
Jeremy
pretty well. It's a really nice
Pena.
plate appearance.
Next for the Brewers, Jeremy Pena. Strike two.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and at the same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Got him. Swings for the kill. Slider got him for
Up next in Milwaukee, the designated hitter, Connor Wong.
He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
In hitting for the Brewers, number 22, Mickey
He represents the
Monia.
go-ahead run.
Now pitching for the
New
White
arm out of the
Sox,
bullpen.
number
Jose
45,
Ferrer.
Jose
Best
A.
relievers
Ferrer.
opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ballgame. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here. Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
On the ground with fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Back here on the south
Leading
side.
up for the White Sox, the second baseman, Jake
Steps to the plate for the White
Maedroff.
Sox.
Ball
inside.
inside.
That's ball one.
Ball inside.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
And
Ha!
fires in a fastball at 95. Right
Two.
there for a strike.
3-1 count. Saying
My
to himself,
time.
I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get-me-over breaking ball. Bring the count full.
Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Three, two.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
This one in the air, right field. Freeland makes the grab on the run.
Up next for the White Sox, the right fielder, number 15. His hitting for the White Sox, number 14, Jack Caglio.
This one in the air, center field. Perkins settles underneath it. Two away. Luis
Up
Torres.
next for the White Sox, the
Sox.
catcher, number 13, Luis Torres.
That one back up the middle and it gets through. So the two-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
First pitch swing
Up
in, went up there
next
with
for the
plan
White
to be
Sox,
aggressive.
the
Nice
center
job
fielder,
staying up in the
Johnny
middle of his approach. He didn't try to do too much
Gianluca.
on the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And now it's going to be Johnny DeLuca. Base hit right field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now two on with two out.
Up next for the White Sox, the third baseman, Colton Montgomery.
Pull the ball, let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now pitching for the
Here comes a
Brewers,
new arm for the
number
Brewers,
31,
Gregory Soto.
Gregory
Just trying to keep this one
Soto.
close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now here is Colton Montgomery.
Here high.
Check swing and he wins. Strike one. High fly ball out towards left center. Bierman on the move to the gap. And that is that. Here on the
Leading
south
off for the
side,
Brewers,
ready
the
to
right
begin
fielder,
the eighth,
Sal Freeland.
Up now for the Brewers. First pitch way inside a fastball. In the air, right field. Caglione settles under it. And there's one down. Matt Vierling
Up next for
now
Milwaukee,
for the Brewers.
the left fielder, number 8, Matt Vierling.
Slash foul down the right side. Hook off into the seats. And it's fouled off.
Ball one.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That's inside. Ball two.
Take.
No, inside.
Corner, and it's 3-2. And a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Kind of
Up next for
risky pitch
Milwaukee,
coming inside with
the second
breaking
baseman,
ball like that.
Cole
You have to bury it.
Key.
Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the back to it like you did that time.
Digging in, Colt Key. Now. The White Sox holding on to a one-run lead for the top of the eighth. Got it. It's a strikeout.
Up next for Milwaukee, the center fielder, number 16, Blake Perkins. Now pitching for the White Sox, number 45, Abner Uribe.
That one kicks away from the catcher, and the runner holds. Dearly leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Line drive, that's a base hit. As the tying run is forced to stop at second.
Up next for Milwaukee, the catcher, William Contreras.
High leverage spot, and William Contreras digging in. Here's a high fly ball out to center. DeLuca on the move. Brings it in. And that's the third out. Bottom of the eighth.
Leading off for the White Sox, the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Ball.
Line drive.
That's foul.
Here's a 1-1.
High.
And a slider. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Up next for the White Sox, the designated hitter, number 5, Munetaka Murakami.
There aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
The batter now, Munetaka Murakami. That one ran inside, almost got him. Chance to
Time.
protect himself now as he asks for time.
Ball.
Head on the tag.
Tag, and they got it.
Ball.
A little bit low. Next offering is foul back. And a payoff pitch. And
Ball
walks
four.
it.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around
Up
the
next
knees,
for the
but
White
just no
Sox,
help from the umpire.
the left fielder, number 44, Andy
And up next for Chicago,
Pages.
Andy Pages.
Now pitching for the Brewers, number 93, Jimmy
Pretty tight
Garcia.
game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Now he's
Time.
into the box as he asks for time. Sliced hard but foul. One-run game, one out, one on. In the air, out towards left center. Two down. So digging in.
Up next for the White Sox, the first baseman, number 8, Jonathan Aranda.
D-Ride.
And
No.
that misses. And now it's even 1-1.
Ball, no.
Murakami off the first with 2 away. Swings through that one for strike 2.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Ahoy, three.
Third out. Back at right
Leading
field.
off for Milwaukee,
All
the
set
third
to start
baseman,
the ninth in this
Junior
one. Junior
Caminero.
Caminero. Up now for the Brewers. And that
Ball.
one hit 97 on the gun.
Ball
Outside
2.
Low. Ball 2. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Swings through that. Swing and a miss.
Up next for Milwaukee, the first baseman, number 22, Ben
Next, it's the Brewers'
Wright.
cleanup.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 31, Brett Taylor.
Small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can, so it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Strike 2. White Sox trying to close out a 1-run lead at the top of the ninth. Fights it off. You'll see another. And that's hammered into right field. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
He was all over that one. Just a
The
solid
batter,
swing
number
right
3,
there. Caught it out
shortstop,
flying. Ripped it
Jeremy
into the outfield for the base hit.
Pena.
Those always feel great.
Next to hit, Jeremy Pena.
Ball 1.
Pitch misses outside. Ball 1.
Up next for Milwaukee,
Here's the Brewers
the designated hitter, Mickey Moniak.
Now quick throw to first. Back to first, and he's safe.
Well, at least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. You get thrown out or picked off, it's over.
Pinch hitting for Milwaukee, number 30, Terry Carpenter.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Carpenter at the plate now, and that's strike one.